All right, ready to jump in. Today we're getting down to brass tacks on a question we all grapple with. SEO or PPC?
The age-old question, right?
It never gets old, especially for Aussie businesses trying to make their mark.
And to help us unpack this, we've got a fantastic blog post from Now Technology Systems, an Aussie company, by the way.
Local experts love it, which means they really get the lay of the land for businesses like ours.
Exactly. Their insights are super practical and grounded in real-world experience.
Okay, so let's get down to it. They kick things off by defining SEO and PPC, and I appreciate how they keep it jargon-free.
Yeah, they're big on clarity.
So how'd they sum up SEO for anyone just tuning in?
They nailed it with the analogy of building a shop on a bustling street. It's about creating a solid online presence that attracts customers organically.
Okay, I like that. It's about building that steady stream of foot traffic over time.
Exactly. It's a long game, but a rewarding one.
So where does PPC come in? Does it even belong on our bustling street?
It does. It's like renting a billboard on that same street. You're paying for prime visibility, getting your message seen by a much wider audience, and fast.
So it's less about building something permanent and more about a targeted blast.
It can be incredibly effective for short-term goals or when you need to make a splash quickly.
Love that, a splash. They go on to say that PPC is all about.
Immediate results. Think of it like a flash sale that grabs attention when you need it most.
Okay, so we've got our shop and our billboard, but which one's the better investment?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And this blog post doesn't shy away from the cost difference.
Yeah, they get real about the dollars and cents, or should I say dollars and time? Because that seems to be a big factor here.
Absolutely. They highlight that SEO is about playing the long game. It takes time, consistent effort, but the payoff is long-lasting.
Whereas PPC,
PPC is instant gratification, but you're paying for every click. It's about understanding your priorities and what your business needs right now.
and this is where it gets really interesting, especially for those of us starting out or maybe looking for a quick win. It's like they always say trust is earned, not bought. And this blog post really digs into how that applies to SEO versus PPC.
Absolutely. They argue that when it comes to credibility, SEO just hits different.
It's that whole organic discovery thing, right? Like when you stumble upon a hidden gem, that feeling is hard to replicate.
It's all about psychology. When you see a website ranking high up organically, it feels more authentic, more trustworthy. It's like that friend's recommendation versus a flashy ad,
Makes sense. We tend to trust our friends more than billboards, right?
Exactly. But now, I don't want to give PPC a bad rap here. When done right, it can be a powerful tool.
Yeah, they do make a good point about how laser-focused PPC can be.
It's incredibly precise. You can target specific demographics, interests, even the time of day your ideal customer is online.
Like they gave that example of the Sydney Cafe using PPC to target people searching for best brunch near me within a 5-kilometer radius.
Exactly. Talk about getting your message in front of the right people at the right time.
So hyper-targeted, but what about reach? It sounds like SEO casts a wider net overall.
It does.
Yeah.
SEO is about attracting those who are actively searching for information related to your business. It's a long-term play that builds authority and trust over time.
And how does local SEO fit into all of this? I feel like that's huge GE for Aussie businesses, especially with so many of us spread out across different cities and regions.
Local SEO is crucial. Think of it as your digital storefront. It's about making sure you show up when someone in your area searches for a business like yours.
And I know they mentioned Google My Business listings as a key part of this.
It's one of the most powerful yet underutilized tools out there. It's free, it's easy to set up, and it puts you on the map literally.
It's like raising your hand when someone asks, is there your business type around here?
You don't want to be the one left out of that conversation.
It's like missing the roll call, right? You don't want to be the one everyone's looking for but can't find.
Exactly. And one thing that really struck me in this blog post is that it doesn't have to be an either-or situation with SEO and PPC.
Oh, you mean they can actually work together? I was kind of getting that vibe.
Totally. It's like they're two sides of the same coin, each with its strengths.
So more like teammates than competitors.
Exactly. They even give some examples of how this plays out in real life. Like, you could use what you learned from your PPC campaigns, which keywords people are searching for to refine your SEO strategy.
Oh, that's clever. So you're using the immediacy of PPC to inform the long-term strategy of SEO.
Exactly. Or let's say you've got a new product you're launching. PPC can give you that initial boost while your SEO efforts gain traction.
Makes sense. A 1-2 punch?
I like that. And speaking of strategy, this blog post, and it's something I'm always banging on about, they emphasize the power of data. Both SEO and PPC give you a gold mine of information.
It's like getting inside your customers' heads. You see what they're searching for, what's making them click.
It's all about understanding your audience. Where are they coming from? What are their pain points? Once you have that data, you can fine-tune your marketing, make smarter decisions.
It's like having a crystal ball, but instead of predicting the future, it's revealing what your customers want right now.
And that's incredibly powerful.
This has been a fantastic deep dive. I feel like we've covered so much ground. SEO, PPC, the importance of local SEO for us Aussies.
And we can't forget that golden nugget of advice they dropped at the end.
You mean about consulting with an expert?
Exactly, someone who really knows the Australian market. Because let's face it, what works in one country might not fly in another.
So true. But even before you call in the experts, I think this deep dive has given us a lot to chew on.
It's all about taking that first step. Don't be afraid to experiment, to try things out, and see what works best for your business.
Because at the end of the day, whether it's SEO, PPC, or a bit of both, it's about getting your business seen online.
Couldn't have said it better myself.